on this episode of Bot versus Con.
It's just going to look better in Skywarp colors. Let's just be honest. I think you're going to be interested in it. They have Brawn and Sea Spray.
Yeah. Those are... So you're picking up both?
I'm picking up both.
And that Jetfire...
I hate that mold, but I will never get a Space Warp ever again.
If I was going to get this set, it's sad, I would probably keep them in bot mode instead of combine mode. This looks like my G1 in different material. This is where I'm going to probably sound like a jerk. Insignia, excuse me, looks really good as well in that square that they have.
Is it worth $22 for this figure? That's for Bobby to decide.
No, it's not.
When this goes on sale for $33, $32, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, same here.
I'm excited to get these in.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, you've mentioned that a few times here. Something that... I wasn't ready.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another thrilling episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And we're back with another round of Transformer news. But before we get into that, we want to give a big shout out to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime. You can go to them for all your Transformers and action figure related collectibles. And you can use the code TCP10 for 10% off your first order. So go ahead and use that if you haven't bought from them before. Also, we want to give a big shout out to the members. We had a great time with you on our live with you. So it was a lot of fun. And speaking of lives, that will be open up to everybody this Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing our hauls, so stay tuned for that. We hope to see all of you there. With that being said, let's go ahead and start into the news. And the first thing isn't really news, but it's more of an update that Bobby wanted to show off. So take the floor, Bobby.
Oh, yes. So this Transformers Minicon, I will be attending. This is coming up next Saturday over in Stone Mountain. I've never been before, so I'm curious. So any Transformers collectors or even just action figure collectors, don't meet me there, beat me there. Definitely looking to meet some fans and chill and talk Transformers or toys in general. And, be good to catch some friendly faces or see some people I've talked to in the chats or some newbies. Would love it.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. If I was close by, I'd definitely be going, especially with free entry and free parking. It's the icing on the cake right there.
Exactly. There's also some classes and things they have there.
And they were showing off customs and stuff like that. So yeah, go check it out on their Facebook page. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
I know Bobby's going to bring some of his customs, right, Bobby?
Oh, look, Jack Lawrence is going to be at Minicon Manchester.
You are right. He is going to be at the Minicon Manchester, so I guess he's a veteran of the IDW series. So he's done Sins of the Wreckers, Lost Light, Wreckers, Treads and Circus, and then War's End. So he's done a lot of the Wreckers stuff. So if you're into the IDW continuity, I guess, this would be a really cool convention to go to because it's the second one. So, and I guess he's natively from the UK. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, going home. Yeah, if I would love to go. Me and the missus were actually talking about trips and where to go next, and I would love to go to the UK.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool, especially with the Transformers convention going on.
Yeah, she would hate that. I'd have to trick her on that.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're here at the same time.
Exactly.
That time, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's talk about some leaks. A lot of these we've already talked about, so we're not going to go through all of them, but it's an updated 2025 list, so pause and read it if you want to. But again, we talked about a lot of these. So the ones, I kind of read through them, so look at them, Bobby, see if you see any. I saw the Walmart capsule, which I believe is like their Walmart line. It's a lot shorter. But they're going to do Cybertron Sideways and Cybertron Skywarp. Those two I'm excited for. Sideways, I think I've said on the show before, it's one of my favorite molds of all time. Love it. And Skywarp, it's just going to look better in Skywarp colors. Let's just be honest. They are also doing PulseCon is going to be a Hearts of Steel, which is really interesting. And you know what Hearts of Steel is, right?
I have no idea.
That's the steampunk, so like they're trains and stuff like that, and biplanes and whatnot. It's like a what if Transformers was in like the 1800s. It's actually pretty cool as a what if scenario. I'm interested to see what they would. Remember, we saw the one Bumblebee that was a train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather. What if you guys just made better figures, or what if the price was more appropriate, or
yeah.
What
I mean,
if? Okay.
I mean, I agree with that, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right, Bobby?
I'm not begging.
I don't.
I'm choosing to spend my money elsewhere. So yes, beggars can be choosers.
At SDCC, they're going to have a Skybound Comics Jetfire, Darak, and Solidia. So I'm assuming those are other characters on the Skybound Comics, which is actually pretty cool. Do you have any info on that?
So I think Darak and Solila are from Voids, if I'm not mistaken.
I would assume so. Yeah. I'm just going out on a limb and saying it's the girl and the guy that are on all the covers that we were looking at.
Yes. And it's funny, I've been reading the comics and I still I never take to names. I'm terrible with names. Just in real life, I'm terrible with names. Like I don't even know your name sometimes.
Yeah.
But
it took like 5 years to learn that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I think it's kind of cool. I'm curious, and I'm a couple of issues behind. So why they picked Jetfire. But maybe there's something that's going on right now that's hyping up Jetfire. But yeah, it's kind of cool that we're seeing some more Skybound stuff.
Yeah, and I think Jetfire has been at SDCC as an exclusive like 3 or 4 times not in a row, 3 or 4 times. So maybe that's just their go-to Jetfire SDCC exclusive. And then they're going to have retro inspired at Walmart, which I think you're going to be interested in, and they have Brawn and Sea Spray. Those are the retro carded ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll pick them up.
I just bought.
The interesting thing is Sea Spray, because we don't have a deluxe Sea Spray.
That is true. I mean, again, I like that it's retro inspired, not G1 reissues. So yes, it is cool. I like Brawn, but I have a feeling it's just going to be the 86 Brawn repackaged, and then
maybe with a toy accurate head like they did with Gears.
Yeah, I want different molds of figures. That's why when I buy multiples from third party, for instance, it's the same character, but the transformation is different. There's little variants to it that makes it fun and interesting. Just to have the same figure in a
painted almost the same and it's the same exact mold makes you not want to purchase it again.
Yeah, I get it. It's a money grab. If you didn't have it before, it's great. Just sell me the head so I can pop the head off.
Well, moving on to Studio Series. I think we've seen a lot of this stuff. KSI Widow, TF1 Starscream, that might be new. War for Cybertron, Thundercracker. Megatron will be out supposedly by July of 2025, so I would assume pre-orders are going to go up for that soon. But a lot of it's the same thing.
So I was somebody in the comments had mentioned, where is the TF1 Soundwave? And we were joking, and I said it'll probably come out in like 2027 or something like that. Similar to how we're getting Rise of the Beast stuff now from a movie that was a couple years ago.
Yeah. What I find crazy is Starscream is coming out before Elita 1. When Elita 1 was one of the main characters. So, either which way, let's move on to some more leaks that are a little bit more interesting, and they showed off even more. Oh, and this is from a Reddit user. And we have another Target 4-pack with the Nemesis Prime Horrible and 2 unnamed deluxes, so it's not a 2-pack like I originally thought. There's a Voyager 86 Perceptor with Rat-Bat and Ramhorn. I don't want to get it, but it is another Rat-Bat. And it's a Perceptor, so we'll see the price. Now, the collaboratives is where things really get weird. We've got G.I. Joe Mobat Prime and Vamp Hound, which I think you're going to be interested in because you bought all the G.I. Joe crossovers. We've got a Batman collab, NFL collab, and Macross, which is very interesting. What do you think about those collabs? Or the Target exclusives as well?
The Macross one, I'm kind of interested in. I'm actually very interested in what that would be. The Batman, I'm slightly interested in. The NFL, I'm especially when they're saying multiple waves.
I was just about to say multiple waves. I wonder what that's going to be.
So does that mean that they're going to do all 32 teams?
Now, I'm going to say it's going to be something like a football that transforms, and they're just going to change the color for the team.
I mean, well,
that's what I would assume, but who knows? Maybe we'll get like a Baltimore Raven that turns into a football guy. That would be amazing. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
That's not going to happen.
That's too much for each team.
that would be too nice of a thing to give to the fans. I could see a football with different colors, and it turns into whatever person, and it just has the different color. I don't even think it'll have like a whole uniform of that color. I think it'll just have like an emblem of that color or something like that.
Or something like that, yeah.
Or even cheaper, it'll be like 3 different colors, and it'll be like green, red, blue,
and you could flip through the chest or something like that.
Yeah, similar to like what they did with Party Wallop, or maybe it will represent the conferences. So NFC, AFC, that's what it will be, something like that. So who knows? But it's cool. The Mobat and the Vamp Hound are probably somewhat interesting, and the Macross one. The Project Bear, I wonder what that's going to be.
Smokey the Bear.
Gummy bears.
Oh, now you make me want gummy bears. But the biggest thing I think on this whole thing is MPG says Defensor.
You heard it here first. I'm happy they're doing Defensor. I'm so happy they're not doing Devastator. So it gives us something else, another combiner to talk about that's not Devastator. I'm happy about it. Probably we won't get it if it's if it's anything like the train bots, but definitely something new, and it's new. Like I can't think of the last time they did a Defensor.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope they learned something from the train bots.
No, of course not.
No, it's Takara, not Hasbro. So they could actually learn. Because
some people really love the train bots. Thought the train bots, when we were talking.
The train bots, the bot modes were fine. It was the combined mode that you particularly ranted on for like 10 minutes on one episode.
No, the trains look good. The bot modes?
The bot modes were okay. They could have been worse.
They could have been better.
They could have been better, yes. But the combined mode is where it fell apart.
It fell off the tracks.
Well, let us know what you think of this MPG Defensor. Do you think it's going to be MP scale? Do you think it's going to be in line with the other MPG
it's
sizes?
It's going to be an MPG scale.
MP chug scale. That's what it is.
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. Let's see. And let's just move on. We'll be right back with what's just announced. Now let's look at some new stuff that they just showed off. And this first one, I'm very indifferent to. So, Bobby, you have to go ahead and pull this. We've got Transformers and Borussia Dortmund collaboration. I guess it's a German football team. They pretty much just took this picture of Bumblebee and slapped it on shirts.
Badass drawn.
Yeah, okay. Next up, Akira Circle fanbook images. So he's going to have a fan book. He did the Studio Trigger, which I think you watched and you liked it, that animation. So there's a 112-page book. Looks like it has some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, interesting. Nothing to make me go crazy about.
I pick. No offense to him, maybe he does other work that people are really into, but I would pick up other art books first.
Yeah.
But it looks like great art on the inside.
Yeah, it looks fine.
I think you need to get these, though. We've got Bull Airs and Transformers Optimus Prime and Megatron basketball sneakers limited to 50. So if you want them, they might already be sold out because at the time of recording, it's 1-3.
Yeah. Those are
horrible. I'll finish your sentence for you. I really don't like the two different shoes on each foot. Like it, I don't know what's up with sneakers, but they have just been getting worse and worse and worse over the years, in my opinion. Sorry to all the sneakerheads, but then again, I do wear skater shoes, so
yeah.
I did like the little guns on the collar of the shoe. You could change them out to different things, which I did like.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. I'm kind of like with you. I think I don't really like where sneakers are right now. And I have I'm also loyal to Nike. I have stock in Nike, so I'm kind of loyal. But these don't really do nothing for me. Plus, I don't wear high tops.
Yeah, and I do want to say it looks like Starscream and Megatron, not Optimus and Megatron, with these two.
Yeah, they literally just went with red and blue, and just the colors of Optimus. And
I mean, there's an Autobot symbol on the toe, but there's that crease going straight through it. Same thing with Megatron. They're fine though.
Yeah,
if you want them, I hope you got them.
It looks like, and now I'm looking, it looks like a backward swoosh on the shoe as well. Like if you look on the side of the Prime where it's red.
Oh, I kind of see it, yeah.
Or on the Megatron, it looks like a inverted swoosh a little bit.
There you go. Go pick them up then.
That's close.
Next up, we have Funbee Studios. They showed off a Rack and Ruin kit featuring the War for Cybertron Decepticon soldiers. Now, this is really cool. This is a comic thing, so you're not even going to know what it is. They're twins that are in the Wreckers. But this actually looks really close to what it's supposed to look like. So good on Funbee Studios for making this work. All you need to do is slap some Autobot symbols instead of the Decepticon. You can have a Rack and Ruin in your collection.
I actually saw a video on the basics of Rack and Ruin, and
okay, so you know who they are.
Yeah, I recently watched it, and I still don't get it. But yeah, if as you said, if you're into this, I'd do it.
Yeah, I think it actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can go ahead and unload. We've got Fans Hobbies X Load, and it's called MB20C X Load and MB22C Skyflame. So obviously it's Shattered Glass Overload and Space Warp / Shattered Glass Astro Train. I believe that's what he was from Fun Pub. To go with their
purple Armada.
Oh my God, I can't think of it. Their purple Naval Commander. Thank you. So I literally just put him up all the way up there, and I was like, I need more Shattered Glass Autobots to go with these guys. And here we go. I am totally in for this Overload. I don't know if it's based on anything, but it looks great. And who I'm going to use a Space Warp is going directly with my Universe, MP Universe figures. So totally bought. I'm ecstatic. I know you're gonna say, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get it. You're going to pick them up because that's you.
So you're picking up both?
I'm picking up both.
And that Jetfire.
I hate that mold, but I will never get a Space Warp ever again. I hate the mold, but again, it fills the spot in my collection. And I think if I have it as a character that I kind of like, it won't be like this is the worst thing that has ever come out.
Okay.
I've wanted that mold since I was a kid when I first saw it. So, well, let me put it this way: the original mold, obviously, not the Fans Hobby.
Okay. I mean,
I just hope he comes with both heads, so you could make it Space Warp or Astro Train.
I just like hearing you gush about it, so I don't have to use what little bit of my voice I have. So yeah, I probably will pick these up as well. I have a growing Shattered Glass collection, and yeah, these two will fit in. The Overload is, I think, a better character than the Jetfire mold was.
You mean
but
it's a better figure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the character. I meant figure. Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't even have that mold, and I could tell you it's a better mold.
Yeah. So yeah,
and I think this will honestly look really good combined, even though the Astro Train doesn't make sense because it's Decepticon with auto whatever. I think it's going to look really good combined though. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
The part
hopefully they'll be limited to 600 too, but just like I can't think of his name. SG Prime is, even though that one is still available, readily available if you want it.
Well, the part that really gets me is that does this mean that, and probably so, that we'll be getting a black version to go with the black naval commander that they made as well?
Oh, so, you know that's going to happen.
Yeah, so I'll have 3 sets of these probably.
The black one I'm going to have to see first before I just buy it. The purple one, you know me and purple. I think these are going to look really good. The black one, I think he looks good. I'm looking at him right now. He looks good like he is. I don't know if he needs another.
Oh yeah, he needs some.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it'll look good.
We'll see. Maybe I'll get this and it's a great mold and I love it, and I'll pick up a black repaint. If I don't love it and it's okay, I'll probably just stick with this color. Unless they make the Ultra Magnus, which I've been begging them for since they showed this off.
Or they can mix and match and you can do the purple with the black and that'll look pretty cool too, probably.
You know it doesn't work when you try to make me buy things.
I'm already in for it. I've already said I'm getting it, so
we know you are. Anyways, let's move on to something else that I think you're gonna buy as well. Well, actually you won't buy it because you can't print it. And that's the Fan Toys Etherion Combiner Upgrade Set. So you can actually buy the what's that called, Bobby? The kit to go ahead and print all these pieces on the side. And I'm assuming it makes it more toon accurate, and you can have all the people, the guys outside of the figure. Am I correct?
That's what it looks like. So you would, in essence, just use the main body kit or the
combiner parts.
Yeah, the combiner parts to make this, which is cool. It does look good, and I know a lot of people were trying to figure out how they were going to display this or what they were going to do. So this is a good option for you.
Yeah, I honestly think if this was readily available and decently priced, you would pick it up. That way, because you liked the jet modes. But then I guess you couldn't have that really cool thing of them all flying because the flight bases are the combiner parts. So
yeah, and honestly, now that I have it in hand, the flight stand isn't as stable as I would like.
Really?
Okay. I mean, it's stable, but the jets
it's a little wobbly.
Don't plug in securely like I would like. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them because I have my Zeta in combined mode. Not to say that it has to stay that way. So, yeah, I guess this would make sense if I wanted to have the Zeta in maybe in bot or alt mode. If I wanted these guys, in bot or alt mode, pick your team. And then have this to have a representation of Superion. I guess.
Or if you only have this set, that way you could have the combined mode and then the guys in front of it as well.
Yeah. So yeah, options are good.
Next, we have military toys, which I actually watched the video. Did you watch the video for this?
I did not see the video.
Okay. It is one of the worst looking combiners I think I've ever seen. But it's a KO. You can probably find it on AliExpress. The individual bot modes look okay. The combined mode looks thrown together. But it's fine. I don't like the yellow, honestly. They try to do that to have them as one cohesive unit, and I think it makes them look worse. Not like a cohesive unit.
And who is this by?
You had to ask me. Wei Shengpin.
Oh, okay. So it's the military team is what they're called, though? Yeah,
it's just one of those not knockoffs, original combiners that are super cheap.
It's kind of like those Dinobots that I bought that
Yes,
combined.
yeah, kind of. And this is kind of like a Bruticus stand-in type of thing with some different vehicles.
Yeah, they added a sub in there. I guess it's fine if you're looking for a cheap toy to play around with, or maybe you want to repaint to something.
Well, go look at the combined mode and then come back.
Yeah.
Next, we have Tianyi model DM01 Moxing, I guess it's called, and this is via Weibo user Suzaku68. I don't know if this is a KO or not. There's so many of these, but it looks fine.
I agree with you. I've lost track. I don't know who's making them anymore. When I see stuff, I'm usually, when we're creating the news, I'm like, is this new or is this something we've seen before? Because
and a lot of times, guys, he puts old stuff in there that I have to go through.
I'm like, I can't keep up with all these names.
Yeah. And this character in particular feels like he has 20 KOs, 6 fully transforming figures, and then the Hasbro stuff on top of it. So it looks good, though. I will say that. And it's big. I skimmed through a review, I guess, and somebody was playing with it, and it looked large. Maybe you should pick it up to go with your Optimus shelf.
I'm having to rearrange that thing as we speak. Gosh. Yeah, it's gonna have to get rearranged. I actually don't mind this one that much. I think the part that I dislike the most about it is the face shield.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, but like everything else is okay about it. I mean, I again, since I've been looking at so many of the same Optimus designs, I've been kind of looking potentially at other things, and this is different.
Yeah, I think it's fine. The alt mode is also really nice.
Mm-hmm.
At least from the front. I don't know about the blue portion. It looks like you can see the legs, but either which way, it's nice. So let us know what you think about these. If you guys are getting Space Warp or Astro Train, depending on which you consider it as, because Bobby's probably going to get 2 to display it as both characters. And we will be right back with the updates.
Not at all.
1. Now let's get into the updates. And we already looked at one Superion, so why don't we look at Hasbro's? And Marco Clonis showed off Superion again. He wrote like 4 paragraphs. I didn't really get much information from it besides it's a cool figure. It has ratchets. Boom, bow, boo, cool. Which is great. I love it. But there's not much to report. If you guys have read anything in there that I might have missed, please let me know. It looks fine. And it does have ankle tilts. I'm glad to see that. Somebody commented saying it had ankle tilts, and I'm like, they look pretty hidden. They are hidden. I am glad to see that they added those in.
The bot modes look fine. Go ahead.
Go on. I'll go after you.
Okay. The bot modes look fine. If I was going to get this set, it's sad. I would probably keep them in bot mode instead of combined mode.
I agree. And what I was gonna say is, it just hit my mind. The wings look so much better in these pictures than the stock photos. With them all folded back, it actually looks like Silverbolt. They should just let this guy do the stock photos. They're probably hiring some fancy photographer guy, and Marco Clonis over here, in his basement. It's probably not his basement. I'm just joking. Is doing a better job.
Yeah. These look better here. Not enough for me to pick them up, I don't think. But these shots look better than what we've been seeing.
I agree. Here's the alt mode. So I guess the nose dips down. I still don't understand. I've never understood that with Silverbolt. I think it's a plain thing. I'm not so sure. But it can do it. And you can open it up. And you could put a headmaster in it. But I don't think it closes. I could be wrong.
Maybe. Okay, one of two things. One, why would you put a headmaster in there if it doesn't close? Or 2,
it might close. It might, if you lay them down. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's enough room.
Yeah,
because it's cute.
Or is it because you want to show just how big it is? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know a lot about planes either, except for I get on them and they take me to the destination I choose to go to. That's about it. I like the blast effects on the bottom of or behind the jet. That's kind
Those
of cool.
don't come with the figure.
I know they don't. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It looks
Sure.
It looks cool. Neither does that arm that's carrying it. I'm sure.
Well, yeah. The blast effects are cool. I'm telling you, Mark Clonas should be the photographer for Hasbro.
Yeah.
He does some really cool pictures.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And there's the combine mode and the battle station mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's I like that we can see, or it looks like, we see some gray colored jets on the leg and on the right arm and the.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. We got some prototypes.
Yeah. So, it looks fine. It does. I don't want to say it's growing on me because it's not growing on me enough to get it, but it does look better with these pictures than what we had seen in the past. It doesn't look as bad as the
initial renders.
The initial renders,
and those were bad. They should have just not shown those.
Yeah, and
they were unfinished.
Yeah, and even when they announced it in the videos that they were showing, they didn't look as good as these. But and the battle platform looks good. I mean, and I think we've talked about that. It looked better as a battle platform than it did as some jet boosters. But yeah, it looks like a okay set.
Yeah, it looks fine. The thing I still have a problem with are the legs. How you totally don't even need those back legs. They don't slide in or anything, and they give so much kibble that it just looks horrible. They don't compress, and that could have been fixed if they slid in to show the chest. But whatever, it is what it is. It's not. I don't think this is worth $190 before tax. But if it is for you, I'm happy that you got a figure you like. Hopefully, when it comes out.
You did have to throw that hopefully in there.
Well, because I can't say you got a figure you like. You could get it like I got that Jetfire and say it's the worst thing in the world. I don't know. Yeah. So hopefully you like it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Bumblebee 2.0 via No Trap. Alt mode looks good.
Yeah.
Considering, except for those painted windows, which I thought we talked about on the back.
Oh, the blue and the front.
All the way in the back, it's like gray painted on the back window.
Oh, is it gray or here it looks blue? But yeah.
Well, I say it's gray because if you look at the bot mode, it looks gray in that picture behind his head.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, it's folded in. Yeah, versus the translucent. So yeah, totally. It's like they went and had a partial tint job done, and then realized they had a doctor's appointment or the baby's coming. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to get the hell out.
Yeah, but the alt mode's good. The bot mode looks good for what it is. For a $25 figure, I think honestly, if you like this figure, it's fine. Not my cup of energon, so I'm not going to judge it on what it looks like, but it's fine.
Oh, $25? That's not a bad price for this figure.
Yeah. It's a deluxe class, but then again, I don't know the size.
Yeah.
Could be like, how Hasbro's doing. So, either which way.
Deluxe in name alone.
What?
Deluxe in name alone.
Oh, yes, exactly. Well, or engineering, I guess. So, next up, we have Leader Class, Megatronus / The Fallen, and I still think this thing looks great. And he does look big. I'm glad they keep doing these because they did a bamboozle on us putting it next to that KO.
Yes, I'm with you on that. I was totally thrown off.
I was so confused. I'm like, I don't think he's that small.
Yeah. Thanks to the viewers for letting us know that, because I think our eyes just literally hit on. Why is he so small? Didn't look at anything else.
We were like, I swear we've seen him before, and he's not that small.
Yeah.
So, and he's not, which is great. Will you be getting him to go along with your Nova Prime?
Who? Okay. No comprende? No.
It does look like 10 times better than the Nova Prime. I will say that.
Yeah, I did. I did see a video on the Nova Prime recently, but that's another subject. I think it looks good. We both said that we'll be picking it up. It gets released this summer. Is that what?
I don't know what time.
Is it June? Or
I think they said second quarter.
Okay.
Because first quarter is the end of Legacy. Second quarter is going to be this. I think. Let us know below.
Yeah. I'm excited about this.
Yeah. I don't know where this picture came from. It's just circling. And we've got Studio Series 86 Scrapper.
This looks like my G1 in different material.
In what?
In different material.
In different materials. Yeah.
Which
is that good or bad?
It's neither. It's good for the nostalgia. It's like, okay, and you can definitely see, some panels and things like that, but it literally, like, if I were to take out my G1 and lay it down, I'd be like, oh, that's what this looks like. It looks like a updated version of that. It looks fine. I don't like I don't know. It's fine. I don't want to say I don't like. It's fine. It does hit what it's supposed to do.
I think it's fine too. There are just some parts that I'm not so happy with. One is the color green, but that could be a camera thing. So right. I'm not going to go off too much on that. But like his biceps are completely hollow, it looks like, which is kind of crazy. And then the second thing I noticed was his hands. They just kind of don't look like hands. Exactly. Like, I feel like they should have been painted black or something like that. But again, I don't know what he's supposed to look like in the cartoon. If he has green hands or black hands or whatnot. So it's fine. I'll let Bobby decide if it's worth $35 or not, because I was out on this already.
Oh no. Bobby's not putting this in the Combiner War discussion.
The Devastator War?
War. Yeah. You see, I'm still talking about Combiner Wars. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in on any other Hasbro Combiners moving forward. So
unless they do someone that looks like, if they come out with Bruticus and it's not a shell and it looks good, they have to do work, I think, now to make you get it.
Yeah. This is fine. Again,
what if they did a Computron?
I'd be pissed. I would literally be mad, because I just don't think that they'll do a good job.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that. I want them to. Like I said, I was so excited about an 86 Devastator, but it just doesn't do enough for me to go ahead and jump on it. And I was actually on for all of the whole 86 line, even when things at Hasbro started kind of dwindling. I was just like, I'll just be focused on the 86 line. I can't even do that now.
Well, I think Galvatron was the beginning of the end of that.
Oh.
Right, well, let's just keep it moving. And we've got Iron Warriors IW08. I can't remember if we talked about these pictures or not, so we won't spend too long. It has the Prime design Bumblebee, doesn't transform, but it has a whole bunch of posability, LED lights, and die-cast parts. This is the type of stuff I don't mind non-transforming figures to be, because this is the only one. Versus like Rise of the Beasts Prime, which there's about 5 or 6 different iterations of a non-transforming figure of that. So this is at least a bit of fresh air. Not that I'm going to pick it up.
This is just the first one. This is just the first company to let it out.
Well, this is also a third party, so I don't think Hasbro has any ambitions of anything Prime related. I think TFCon, because it's the 25th anniversary of Prime, or 10th or whatever, 10th anniversary of Prime, I think they have more heart into Prime than Hasbro does nowadays. You
know what? I just thought about it. This might be like a really good year for me to save some money on Transformers.
Yeah, not with all the Devastators coming out.
Well, I mean, that might be my only spend. Like, I'm literally, it just hit me, like, with the focus on so many things that I don't really care about. This might be a good year for me.
Yeah. You say that every year. Anyways, what do you think of this figure?
It looks good. I actually think it looks really good. I really like the feet. I like the little points on and the gray on the feet, or the the ankles, whatever you want to call them. I think it looks fine. I can see people who like Prime getting excited about this.
I agree. Next up, we have Iron Factory's Rocky, and this is these pictures are via A17 Hanger, and this is Sunstreaker. I'm surprised you're not getting these just because of the boxes, because those boxes are so unique.
I like the boxes. Don't know what it says. I mean, but yeah, the boxes are cool. I'm just not in on the samurai series.
I will say this one does look a lot better than their other samurai ones, and I think they kind of went so hard on it, and maybe they got pushback because it seems like they're going away from it as time goes on. But I think this one looks fine. He looks a lot better than Sideswipe, which is right here.
Yeah, I agree. I also saw the transformation video on it.
Oh, I did not see that.
It was actually pretty involved, which is always a funny thing to say when you're talking about legend size, because they're so small. And again, when I say involved, not meaning bad, it's just several steps and like little things you had to kind of twist and spin up and stuff like that. So, but it looked like it was fine.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Now let's get into this. So we've talked about Brontosolid quite a few times, and we have a lot of pictures just because I didn't know which one was best. And they reworked the backpack so you can move the head and the tail, and he has a second set of arms.
By all means, please set it off.
I think it's fine. It still doesn't do anything for me. I do think these pictures do look better. I just wish the arms were lower so we could look like Goro.
Well, if you look at
you really don't like this, do you?
If you look at the second set of arms, or the second picture, excuse me, where the arms are on his side and then he has the two arms up by his face, it looks like Goro to me.
Well, Goro's come out,
Oh, it kind of looks like...
It looks like that one Constructicon from the movie. The red one with the arms that has the big shoulder pad with the little arms that come out. I don't know. It's fine.
I hate this. I
Options. Don't you like options though?
No, not these. Not these. This is like, being trapped between a rock and a hard place. It's just, I don't like either way. I don't. This is where I'm going to probably sound like a jerk. I don't really think of my Transformers having two sets of arms. And so there
could be like a bug character that might be interesting.
This isn't a bug.
I know. Honestly, when I first saw that first picture with the arms like this, I thought they had a new cool way to fold it up into wings or something. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I looked at it closer. Here's some more images. I will say I like the dino feet over the shoulders turning into guns. I think that is really cool. And that's probably how I would display mine, with those other parts off to the side. Maybe making a snake. That's what they should have made it turn into. Like you unplug it and it turns into a snake, to be Britney Spears with the anaconda.
Oh my God. First time Britney Spears has been talked about in however long. Well, she did get divorced recently. I did see that.
And there's been some stuff in the last year. But anyways, we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
At least in this picture, you don't really see the second set of arms.
Okay, the guns on the top of the shoulders. Yeah, I don't like the way the feet look up there. Like
they do look a little cartoony, and I wonder if they're going to add more of their Cang Toys signature detail to them.
Right, they look like gummy bear, like actually gummy bear little toes. The little.
You just really don't like this figure, do you?
I'm so not happy with this figure, and
I think it looks better in these pictures than when we first saw it.
Again, you shined up a turd. I'm just not happy with this one, and this is the first figure from Cang Toys that I can say I don't like.
And you'll probably just leave them in alt mode because that alt mode they don't have pictures of it was pretty cool.
The alt mode, yes, the alt mode, it's big, it's very big, and so yeah, it'll probably be in alt mode.
And speaking of big, here he is next to Terahau. So this is a big figure, like really big. So,
I mean, how do you give a pound to yourself?
He's doing it twice too.
So this is for all my old heads who, know about HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. This reminds me, the pose he's doing reminds me of a Spike Lee movie called School Days, when one of the fraternities was G5G, and they were G5G, and that's what he's doing right there. He's doing the G5G, and I'm not here for it on this figure.
I will say Swoop looks utterly amazing though next to him.
Swoop looks bam. Let's get it. Let's keep it going.
I think when this is painted, you'll be more
disappointed,
partial to it, because disappointed.
this is what's really. I'm glad I've already experienced Cang Toys. I know how good they are. If this was their first release, I would be out on it.
Wow, you really don't like this.
I really don't like this figure.
That's surprising.
Or on the flip side, I wish they would have made this the last release. So you're already
hyped up to combine it and you never have to see it again.
I'd be excited. I'm like, oh yes, they're all good. Oh god, they ended it with the terrible one. It's okay because the other one's really good.
And you won't even have him in bot mode long because he's combined, right?
Now I'm sitting here like, okay, the first one was cool. They talked about the Swoop looks good. They talked about the Slag, looks good. But they threw this in here, and I'm like, man, what now? What's Snarl and Grimlock gonna look like now?
And
whatever the other one is,
Scorn,
yeah. Now my eyebrows a little raised. I'm like, I'm one figure in. Do I stay in? Of course I am. Me personally, I am, but.
But if you weren't, I could see somebody else.
Yeah,
I don't think this looks horrible. It fits in. Could be your big bruiser in the back. But they also showed off the video of Swoop. Like, I didn't really watch it because they were just moving the wing around. But the wing looks good. I love how the joints are like Swoop's guns. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of cool. And then the bot mode again looks amazing. So. I almost picked this one up just as a standalone because we've talked. I like Swoop, but I want the repaint. I'm hoping for a funky purple or green or something like that, and not just G1 colors. Because if it's G1 colors, I'll go back and pick this one up. I've always liked red-chested Swoop better.
Yeah, I can see a blue-chested Swoop coming out. Yeah, with the video, they just showed all the different ways you can position the wings and all the details behind each position of the wings, which is really cool. I mean, and you can definitely have some different poses with it, looking like it's flying or whatever. So very, very detailed. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. Next, we have DX9 Toys Red Storm, and this is via Weibo user LJ, Mr. LJ. Again, looks good. Not my cup of energon, but I still can't get over the socks peeking out on his feet. Why didn't they just make that silver? Repaint it as is it Deep Cover? Is that the?
Yeah, Deep Cover.
That's his name, right? Deep Cover or Red Alert. G2 Sideswipe. Ooh, I'd buy this as G2 Sideswipe. It's a heartbeat. Pretty much any other color than this, and I might be interested.
This is growing on me so much. He still has those I wish you would hands where he can smack the hell out of somebody. It looks like he has mitts on. Like especially the middle picture, that hand that's not holding the glove, that hand looks huge. But I like this. It's growing on me every time I see it. I'm really excited about picking this up and handling it. And I think the emblem insignia, looks really good as well in that square that they have kind of perfect placement for it.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was this one or another Sideswipe. What do you think of the alt mode though? Wasn't there issues with this alt mode?
The The alt mode, the hinge in the back, I know throws me off. I think it was the wheels. I think the wheels looked like they were like off-road wheels or something like that.
Okay, because I remember you saying that this is your favorite car. Yeah, and there was something weird about it. But I think it looks good. As somebody who doesn't know much about cars, I think this alt mode looks great, except for that hinge in the back. I do see that. And like the two sides don't connect down, which it's always the two side pieces, right? With the spoiler, if I'm not mistaken, with this particular car.
Yeah.
There's not a middle connector.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So that's a little weird, but honestly, not that bad.
Yeah. Looking at looking at what it looks like the tires are rugged. Even in this picture, it looks like you're seeing, a lot of grip. On the tire. I mean,
they are alien robots. He could be like, hey, I need to go outdoors sometimes. Yeah,
but they do take a picture of, I don't know. But that was the part that threw me off was I think it was is a high performance car with Jeep Wrangler tires on it,
Yeah, sometimes you need those tires. Next up, we have QQT's Studio Class Devastator and Predaking, some new images. First of all, they look good here. So we got a lot of images, so let's just go through these. First, we have, I think these are different images than what we first saw. I can't remember, but they still look good.
I didn't notice the peg in the front of Scavenger in the alt mode.
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, I wonder if something plugs in.
That's probably the arm connector.
Yeah. Didn't notice that, but it's a core class. I just wonder if you could spin it
or some way
the other side and have that be the back.
Yeah. But here's the new stuff. We got some renders of Predaking. I've got to say, both of these look really good. They don't look like they're very robust. They don't have separate feet. They have hollow thighs. So I'm hoping $15 a piece.
I think both, you went away from the combined mode. I think both combined modes look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
In the size.
I don't think we have some more on the Devastator. I mean, not the Devastator, the Predaking, but no more of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They do look good. Both combined modes look good.
These look really good, and I mean, these are core class.
Yes,
you don't see.
We have some comparison images in a little bit.
Okay, then yeah, I think these look great as renders so far.
Yeah, and here's their alt modes, which are pretty good as well.
Yeah, nothing overwhelming. And for Rampage in particular, Dive Bomb looks good, but
Rampage is weird because his arms are out, but the legs are in.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look bad.
It's size and stuff.
Yeah.
And we actually have some prototypes of Razor Claw, who looks really good here as well, next to Dive Bomb. And again, can't see much going on, but I think they look good together. And here's that comparison I was talking about. I don't know if you have these figures. Is that Dr. Wu Megatron?
I was thinking that was the core class Megatron.
Core class Megatron turns into a tank.
Those aren't treads on the side of his legs?
That's not... Core class Megatron has a big old backpack. It looks way different than that.
No, I mean, okay, yeah, I don't... I don't think that's Dr. I'm sitting here looking at...
No. Either which way...
I don't think this is...
I have the Shrapnel from a long time ago. Or Bombshell?
Bombshell,
right? And this is a good size. I always like my little guys as long as they're cheap, and that was my problem with Legends. Legends are too pricey for fiddle toys, So hopefully this is, like I said, 15, even 20 I could deal with. And I'd be in on these. But other than that, I'm not going to pick them up. There's other Predakings that I'd get before this.
I think if it says 20, I think you'll be out.
It depends.
If looking the way they do now, 15, I could see you definitely being in. 20, I think you would make an excuse.
I'm good at that.
You are very good at that. And but I think they look really good. $20 I'd be in for these as well.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot the combined mode picture. This looks phenomenal.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I would be in for these.
Yeah. I this is what's making me want to get it. You know, I have a little core class, I think I've said it before, at my work, a little display. I would happily put this right there with them.
Yeah, I would too. I think these look good. I don't have the display at work. I guess
you have a display at work. It's just where you are now.
I work from home. Yeah, so yeah, that would be crazy to add stuff to my desk. I can't do that.
Do it. Next up, we have Mastermind Creations Tyrannotron, and there's going to be a black helmet option. What do you think about this?
I hope it comes with it, as is the option. It looks fine, I guess. I don't have a connection to the black helmet versus the, the silver or chrome one, chrome bucket head. But it's fine for those comic lovers.
I think this looks really good on this mold in particular. With all the black and stuff that it already has, I think that this really shines. And for somebody like you could have a different looking Megatron on your shelf compared to the G1 one. So I think this looks great. I love the white face instead of the silver face as well. I think this head is really good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick this one up. I think I am going to pick this up.
You'll have to let me know how it is.
Yeah.
Are you going to pick up all the different repaints like they did with Optimus?
Probably not, because I didn't pick all the different ones up that they did with Optimus.
Next up, we have another picture of Bingo Toys Jezzy via Weibo user. Looks phenomenal. Something that I've been forgetting to mention with this. They will have all my money if they do a Ricochet or Stepper off of this, because that is the color I like. That would be phenomenal in black and gold with flames and stuff. Ooh, especially after handling Bingo Toy Spider-Girl and seeing how they can paint. They could do some great stuff with this. And I'm looking forward to this. I think this thing looks great.
You did mention that before about...
I couldn't remember if I did or not.
I'm with you. I would buy the different colors as well. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't know if I really mean it. It could be the medical drugs that I'm on. I have to be specific about that. I would have preferred it in those colors instead of jazz. To start with. But I understand why they did jazz first. But if they did those others, I would have been probably a little bit more excited. And I'm very excited about this. Yeah,
I think Bingo Toys have not done a repaint, if I remember correctly. Windblade wasn't repainted, Spider-Girl wasn't repainted. They did the movie Shockwave. So I'm hoping this is where they start doing those, because I would take almost any of their figures besides the movie figures in an alternate color. They're just amazing figures.
Yeah. And I've watched the video again on Transformation on this, and I'm good with it. I'm ready for it.
Me too. Next up, we got Laser Cat's Mini Furasi via Weibo user, and I love the sword. Looks cool.
I'm sitting here thinking, I just had a flashback. I don't need another small Predaking since I am getting this one. Jeez. Yeah, I need to start saying no. I do. I need to start saying no. But this is cool. I will be getting this, and hopefully it ships soon.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the price yet. That's the deciding factor for me, honestly.
Yeah, I have a pre-order in. It's just sitting there, waiting.
Next up, we've got Mecha Invasion's Giant Legion via Tommy Park. These, I have a pre-order in sitting there waiting just like you. Not the best poses for these guys. That's not a knock, though. Why I say that is they still look good just sitting there like this. So that's a credit to them.
I don't like the way they look standing here just like this.
Really? Oh, I think they still look good.
Yeah. they look really generic. They look like KOs. The way their Scavenger's legs look extremely long. You know, it looks like a TF1 character almost. But you know, the first set, I've had a great experience with. The second set is on its way. I'll be happy to get this set as well. I think with all the other pictures we've seen of this, for them to just be in this pose is a disservice to the person who took these pictures and posted it, because you could have made one crotch down, you know, or lean to the side or something like that.
You could have done a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many positions you can place these figures in.
I do think they still look good. I like that they have different chests, despite being remolds of each other. So they still look distinct. Next up, we have MD002 KL Flame Toys RC via another Weibo user. And I didn't know if it was going to be a kit or not, so it is. It's a pre-painted kit, so that's great.
It is. Again, it's we haven't talked about our hauls yet. It's looking like it's a slow period right now, and I saw these. I was like, huh, that might be fun. I didn't pick it up. I'm not going to, but yeah, this is the time periods where I would get trapped into buying something like this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was thinking about it. I was actually thinking about the original one for the repaint potential. This would be very simple to spray paint into different colors and make a Flame War or a black RC, but I probably won't.
Yeah, I can't. Don't need to.
Next up, we have the Laser Cat Toys Volcanicus. So I went ahead and I saw people were lightening the image, so I did it myself. And you could see some of the detail in there, and I think this looks like a winner for you, Bobby.
It's not something I'm going to jump into. I can wait on this.
Well, I think you're going to jump in on it when you see the color.
I haven't looked if there's a pre-order. If there is,
there is, but this is all you see.
So. I haven't put one in, so I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Volcanicus is not, I think both of us, it's not our main version of the Dinobots. I liked it there was a comic where they combined and they became the Beast because they're not supposed to combine, if I'm remembering correctly, and it was like this monstrosity. And I'm like, that's cool, because that's kind of like, but this Volcanicus is kind of like, okay, we get it. They all look the same. Make them combine. So
yeah, I'm okay. I have a couple of Volcanicus in NP size. I'm
and you're having another one on its way.
That one's not gonna. Well, hell, I don't know the way that Brontosaurus is looking, or whatever kind of dinosaur. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Either which way, I don't think it's horrible. You should get it just to go up against your Predaking.
No, I'm good.
They should have done an SD Skylynx to go with Predaking.
Maybe, I guess so.
Lastly, we have X-Transbots Misfire. They're teasing it on the box of their Magnificus.
Yeah, this looks very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, that looks very familiar. Saw this picture, teasing of what came in for the haul. And I was just like, oh, I like that. It's Trigger Happy, I believe.
And that was Misfire.
Oh, I thought Misfire they're coming out with. I thought this was.
Oh, is this a new one?
I think it's a new one.
Oh, I didn't know it was a new one. I just assumed it was They don't have no names, and you can't see the bot. So if it's Trigger Happy, that's awesome too. That's even better.
Yeah, I think his name starts with a C, and I can't think of it right now. But
there's Trigger Happy, Misfire, and then the one with the double cockpits.
I'm talking about that's Slugslinger. I'm talking about the name of the Target Master.
Caliburst,
yes. But either way, if it's Misfire or if it's a new one, either way, I'm happy. So yeah, cool to see.
Honestly, I think I might be in on the toy ones of those, just because I don't think any other company's going to do them. Yeah. And, I've got a few X-Transbots on sale, and they haven't been horrible. So I still might wait till you pick it up and see if yours explodes, and we'll go from there.
Well, yeah, this is definitely coming home.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to finish this off in a little bit. Now let's get into what's incoming and recently released. We will be going through these a little bit fast because we're running a little short on time. But the first thing is we've got Kuro Kara Kuri, Starscream. I have to say that slow, I'm going to mess it up. It's starting their delivery. So that's really cool. And the shots are from Ju. So I think this is a great figure. I just wish it transformed.
Yeah, it looks great.
And maybe a company will make it transform like they did with their Prime. Maybe that company will be Takara, like they did with the Rodimus. Who knows?
Yeah, this looks really good. This looks very good.
Next up, we have the head for Akai Studios. So I can't tell if this is out or not, but like you talked about, which one was it? The Brontosolid. This is just polishing a turd, in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe these pictures don't do it justice, but those legs look like flippers.
Yeah, it looks really good. The head looks really good. I'm just not going to spend it on such an old figure.
Yeah, I feel like they also could have made his neck a little higher, and that would have helped improve the proportions because he's like Uncle Fester running around. You know what I mean?
Not Fester. Yes. Yeah, I agree. And it could be the angle as well.
It could be the angle completely. But I think that was a problem with this mold when I first saw it, is he had no neck.
Yeah, I haven't touched this figure since it came out. And
I've never touched this figure.
Yeah, it's been such a long time. So, again, it's, I think it's like $25 or something like that. But,
The head is $25?
I think so. $22 maybe?
Okay, well, it looks amazing. Is it worth $22 for this figure? That's for Bobby to decide.
No, it's not.
There you go. He just decided.
No, my brother.
Next up, we have New Age Toys Oddball, which, again, I think looks phenomenal. I think this is one of the best looking Warpath setters out there.
It looks good. It does look good. And I'm glad they cut off the missile so we don't see which way it's going.
That was me. I didn't want to hear it again from you, but I'm still hearing it.
Hey, now you're trying to make up for his lack of equipment.
Moving on, we've got the Lewin Toys Steel Fortress Metroplex. It's fine. I think you're going to be disappointed when you get it in. Have you seen the video of the guy picking it up?
Yes.
And the legs just go all like this?
It looks like he's trying to give it the Heimlich.
Yeah, but have you seen did you watch the legs?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this thing isn't solid.
But I mean, again, I don't see. I can pick up my kid and her legs are going to go kind of.
Well, that's
crazy.
A kid. I would and you have a point. I mean, you can't compare. I mean, you don't have a point comparing this to a human. Number one, humans can lock up their legs when they want to. This can't. But it is heavy on the legs, so the ratchets are probably moving a little bit. But that's why I think there needs to be a hole on the back where you could just tighten it with like an Allen wrench, and it locks it into place.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go. You know what I mean?
My point in saying that is that I don't think it's supposed to be carried around or like whatever. I think
no Transformer is. I know.
I think when you set it down.
But I'm thinking of like, you get a figure and you do this and the legs move and you set it down and it's, falls on itself. Yeah. But again, it's a different thing because it's huge. So I get it. I just think you should cancel your pre-order and, just get a Devastator. And I don't say that with you save money. I just think this isn't worth it.
Yeah. I think it's when I saw that, I was looking at it again, true concerns. I was just more so saying like, okay, when you put it down, that's where it establishes its base, its foundation, and it's it strengthens it from there. But with that being said, I do agree it would have been nice to have something where you could lock it in, or where it did become more stable if you were going to pose it in bot mode, or so you could pose it in bot mode for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I don't know what they have, but I think they could have done something. But we'll have to see it when you get it in hand, and you go broke picking this up instead of a Devastator.
I think they're both going to get me.
Now, this is a real question. Would you rather have Bronta Solid or this thing?
Oh, this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Dreamstar Toys Hook, who looks good in these modes. Not my favorite, but he looks good.
I'll give you a better one. If Bronta Solid was an individual character, I wouldn't get it.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's so.
You probably wouldn't buy a lot of the Cang toys if they were individual characters.
No, I can't really say that after handling them. But anyway.
After handling them. But if they were individual characters before you handled them, I don't think you would have picked them up.
Yeah, true. This looks good. I actually watched a transformation video of this today, and saw how the shield transforms into Megatron and all that. You know, it looked really cool. There's a lot of different options you can use with the whole hook attachment type thing. I thought it was really cool, and I like the transformation. It didn't seem like crazy at all. Like a lot of flat flips of a panel. It wasn't like twist and things like that. So yeah, this one looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it looks good. The alt mode is a little bit of a mess. I never noticed that in the center area, like all the black and stuff. It's not flat. You know what I mean? I mean, we just ragged on Fans Toys, so I might as well do it to this too. It doesn't, but again, this is a more futuristic thing, so maybe that's extra equipment. I don't know.
Well, that is actually the head that you were talking about. You wanted to see integrated.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's the head on the left side.
Oh, awesome! Well, never mind. That's cool. Yeah. I'm glad they integrated it and put a window. But let's talk about the head really quick. I don't like this head.
Yeah, you've mentioned that a few times here. Something that I wasn't ready. So the part that I did not like about this, because I saw it stuck out in the video. Look at the flap behind the head.
Oh wow! What is that like when it transforms into the other thing?
So,
or what?
Yeah, so like when he was transforming it, you could see the flap, and I was like, oh, okay, it just needs to plug in. On neither one of these pictures, it doesn't go flush with the head. So
looks like a collar, almost like a vampire collar. You know what I mean?
Unless you have a cape to go with it, you know what I mean? Like otherwise, it's like your halo fell behind your head. You know?
Yeah, I completely agree.
So I didn't like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's just not my favorite head. It looks very bulbous and circular, which I don't see Devastator as.
Yeah,
and the face is so tiny compared to the rest of them.
Yes, he definitely has a very, very strong forehead. I would never go into a headbutting contest with him.
No, or he's just a good thinker. And then Megatron as well, which is very interesting and unique. So obviously, one of the other parts will have his lower torso, or won't. Maybe you'll just carry him around like this. Who knows?
Yeah, you can see the mushroom peg underneath.
I'm joking.
No, I know you were. I'm just saying. So I wonder which other components are going to connect to that.
Mm-hmm. It is very weird though that Megatron's part of Devastator. Honestly, I don't like it.
Somebody said that they were going to that Megatron was supposed to be part of Devastator at a point, I guess, in the comics as well. I can't verify that because I didn't read it.
Yeah. And that's cool. If that's part of this, that's pretty cool. I still think Megatron should control Devastator, not be part of him.
Yes, I agree. I never saw it like that. But again, even in the G1 cartoon, they said that Megatron, or they talked about the Decepticons creating Devastator, and then another episode they talked about Devastator creating Megatron. So, you know, there was never.
Well, yeah, of course. You know,
yeah.
You can do whatever you want. It's still an interesting concept, which I'm honestly down for because it's
I'm excited about it. It's different.
Yeah. And like you said, I believe on the last episode, you would be mad if this was the only one. But since there's 20 million Devastators coming out, it's kind of fun.
Right.
Just like Mecha Invasion, with the weirdness on the arms. It's different, but since you could get a G1 one, why not?
Yep. It's you have so many choices. So yeah, that's why I'm in for it, because again, as I said, there's options to go with whatever you like. This gives you a couple of different options, which is also going to be expensive.
Yeah. Next, we've got New Age Romulus.
Looks fine. I'm getting one. The price it's a little bit more expensive than I wanted to spend for it, but I'll get one.
Yeah, I think it's way more expensive than I'm willing to pay for it. I mean, it's kind of cool seeing it next to the Legends one, so you can see that they're a little bit different, and it does pose well. It's just, it is what it is.
Now, I saw something. I don't know if it was official from New Age or what, but when I was looking at the news and I saw this picture, or saw these pictures, it said, it talked about the line. Like there might be others coming out with this.
Oh, I assumed as much. I assumed they're just gonna do maybe Soundwave and all of them,
Yeah, and again, it could have been lost in translation, but they were talking about, it's scaling with Optimus Prime, and they're like, yeah, don't worry about it's scaling with Optimus Prime, because that was like an outlier, and it scales with the line. So I was like,
that might just mean Studio Series as a whole.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Again, how it was. I'm reading it, and I'm reading the translation of it. Is it mean that New Age is going to create its own line of figures this size? Cool. Or is it going to scale with other chug scale figures? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let us know what you would prefer.
Yeah, down below, please. I think if both of us were more Hasbro only chug collectors, like Studio Series and stuff, we'd be much more excited for this.
Definitely.
But since one, I have a Megatron, and two, you have 3 or 4 different Megatrons that look like this, it's kind of like, yeah, it is what it is.
I'm happy for I'm getting it, but I'm happy for everybody else who wants it, and yeah, it's cool.
I agree. Ocular Max Stray. I don't know what's going on with this release. I got one post saying it's still up for mid-January. Then the other post says it's shipping in March. I don't know when we're going to get it. Figure it out, MMC. Don't tell us we're going to get something until you have it, like what New Age does when they have the picture with the boxes in it. Then you could say it's going to be coming out, because it's a little frustrating.
Yeah, I'm up to season 5 on Initial D, so I've watched all the dubbed. I know, binge watching. I watched all the dubbed episodes. The season 5 isn't dubbed, so I'm chilling right now. I was hoping that this would come out by then. It's not. I saw the same post. I think it was Planet
X said it's shipping in March.
Planet Steel.
Planet Steel Express.
Yes,
not Planet X. You're right, because it's Planet Steel Express, and it confuses me. Anyways, they said that, which is the official store for MMC, said that it will be shipping in March. But then again, I can't tell if this is the preview Initial D version or the red version.
I don't think this is the red version.
I don't think so either, but I don't know. So, who knows? Yeah. It'll come out when it comes out.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about
it. It's not one that I'm like jumping at the bit for.
But you're jumping at the bit for?
No, I have other things. I'd rather get Jezzy before this.
Ooh. Okay.
If you put the two side by side, I'd pick that one instead of this one. Yeah. Let's get into what's recently released. Firstly, we have Studio Series Wave 17 Leader Class. We finally have some clear images. The image that Bobby sent me last time was blurry, and it looked like a Bigfoot photo. So this is TFW user World's Greatest, and they shot it in Timonium, Maryland, which sounds like a nuclear reactor. Either which way, they're fine. I can see Ape Link does have a different color than
Primal.
Primal. Thank you. But they are what they are.
Pick them up if you need them.
Keeping with the leader class, we've got some images of Overcharge via No Trap. When this goes on sale for $33, $32, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, same here. Hopefully even lower.
It looks neat. It just doesn't. I'm not willing to spend almost $60 on it.
Yeah, I like the head color, and I like the colors on it. Even though the head clashes with the other colors, I think the sword brings it back in.
Yeah. The sword's rubber, right, on this figure.
Why are you gonna ask me?
Anyways, all I know is you love those boxing gloves.
Ask me a question about the figures I got in my December haul, and I can tell you. Outside of that, you gotta give me fair warning so I can go check.
Anyways, what do you think of the boxing gloves? They should have made them blue. See-through blue would have looked a lot better.
So this is what I'll say. If this, since I don't have a connection to the character, if they gave it to this character and didn't give it to the Blitzwing, I would be excited for it because I would be like, I don't have any connection to it.
Yeah,
that's
a new thing to add to his lore.
Yeah, that works. But since they had it on Blitzwing, I'm like, this is stupid. This is what's going to keep you at that price point, supposedly.
That's exactly what it is.
Nonsense.
Next up, we have QQT's Jetfire and Overload via VE Tellus of TFW. I don't know where to buy these, but people obviously have them in hand, so I'm assuming you could buy them. The kit looks very nice.
The kit does look very nice. And I actually I saw there's a I don't know if it was TFW or on I think there's a QQT link on TFW.
Okay. Hopefully their combiners will go elsewhere and it's not so archaic to find them.
Yeah.
DNA Designs have a Nova Prime upgrade set with a bonus sword only to China. So it is orange, which looks nice.
I like it.
You like it? You gonna pick it up?
No. It looks better in his hand than it does just on screen. It looks really cool.
And I had to look it up. So there were pictures of the DNA set all together, and there's the blue. And I do think the blue does look better, personally, with these colors. And the DNA set really improves this figure, in my opinion. Especially with those wings.
Yeah, this is the I hit puberty wings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other was pre-puberty wings.
I thought his wings were clipped, but puberty works too. Next, the Scythe of Bifron is out on some online retailers and these pictures are via Rudd's Toy. So go find it if you want to. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does. Waiting for mine to ship.
Mm-hmm.
Come on to me.
Lastly, you already kind of mentioned these. We got Mecha Invasion's Crane and trailer, and these are via Weibo user Seasonan, and I'm excited to get these in.
Yeah, same here. Mine shipped, so
same. I think these look phenomenal still. The only thing is the hands.
The hands are terrible.
If they just had like a, something like the old MPs used to have, it'd be okay. But other than that, they're great.
The solid.
It's just a solid fist, but it's not horrible at the same time. They still look decent for what they are.
It's
for the
standard.
hands.
Well, it's standard for what we've been used to for years.
Exactly. So it's like it's nothing special.
Right.
Other than that, these look amazing though.
And the picture looks really good. The background I like.
The artist, the photographer did a good job. So, well, look forward to a review, I guess, on these when these come in. We're part of the Devastator Wars. We have some to catch up on first.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that's everything for you today. So thank you so much for watching to this point. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you with some interesting things in the meantime.
Yes. Sunday, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern for the hauls. Shoot us any hauls, info that you might have done for December to botversecon@gmail.com. If you haven't already, subscribe, consider becoming a member. We had a lot of fun last on the call, and all that other YouTube stuff. Just do it, and we'll see you guys next time. As always,
See you
all
later.
debate the one.